today we are making mung noodles and vegetables, and I'm going to teach you how to make my cream sauce. It's my way of doing stroganoff and cheesy flavored things and stuff like that. So here we go. My first best friend in the kitchen is my Blendtec blender. So this is, I don't know what I'd do without this. And so how I make this sauce, you can do it with just cashew nuts is the preference of that. Or you can do a mix of nuts. I prefer to do cashews and pecans. They are raw, they're unsalted, and I get them at Costco, except for these I get at Trader Joe's. But the other nuts I get, you can use any nuts. You can use walnuts, you can use almonds, you can do a mixture of three, whatever your preference. But today I'm going to do part cashew and part, what do you call it, pecan. Now, I do not measure. It is very rare you'll see me measure. So I'm going to say things like, you're going to take a handful of cashews and a little bit. And then you're going to take a handful of pecans and a little bit. And that's just how you're going to do this. So, however much you want of both, there's no beautiful science to it. If you want it to be the same every time, then you should definitely, keep track of how you measure. Then you're going to take some salt. I do not measure either. I use my hand. So I would say my salt is actually quite a bit in this. So sea salt here. That's again a huge fan of sea salt. And I use about that much. I have pretty small hands. So that's probably about 2 teaspoons. And you salt to taste. You kind of want it a little saltier. And then you have apple cider vinegar. You can use any vinegar you want, but I prefer this. I prefer not to use white vinegar because it comes from corn. So if you have a corn allergy, then don't use that. So I just take the lid and do about 2 to 3 lids. And yeah. And then this is optional, but I really like it. This really gives it a stroganoff flavor. If you want that flavor and you don't know how to, and you don't have a Trader Joe's, because only Trader Joe's I know of has the seasoning. It's a mushroom company. So I sprinkle a bunch of this in, and and then I fill the jar up with water, about 4 cups or so. And I do this until I probably do it 2 times at least, some maybe 3 for however many noodles I'm doing. I'm cooking for a family, so I do quite a lot. Okay, so it is full of water. I put the lid on and I push the whole juice back. So another way to do this, if you don't have mushroom seasoning access to Trader Joe's, then you can put pepper in if you want more of a stroganoff flavor. Just sprinkle a little bit of pepper within the mixture, and you can fry up some mushrooms with a little bit of salt. The best way to do this is to first saute the mushrooms in the pan and leave them there, and then pour the cream sauce over it and boil it all together. Okay, once it is all done, I test to make sure that it has enough salt and enough flavor in there, and then dump it in. If it does not, I add a little bit more. Okay, so we repeat that process again. So this is if you were to, so 4 cups, and these noodles, they expand. So for 4 cups, you probably only want to do a minimum of, or maximum of 2 bunches of noodles. I'll show you what I mean. So this in here has, I believe, 4 bunches. Or it has 3. Nope, I'm wrong, 3. So, see, it comes in little bunches like this. So you probably only want to be 1 or 2 because it will soak up all the juice, and you don't want it to be too clumpy and sticky. You want a little, but you could always lake a little extra milk and pour it over it when it's all done to help loosen it up and make it a little more soupy and less sticky. However you want it. It's texture preference. Okay, so once I get liquid in there, I turn the heat on high so it can start going, and then I'm repeating my process. So I ended up using 8 cups total to 4 bunches of noodles. So for every bunch of noodles, you need at least 2 cups of liquid.
Nobody loves without getting it wrong.
Okay, so you want this to come to a boil. Once it boils, turn it off. And that is when you will stick your noodles in and you'll start to like help pull them apart. And then you can put a lid on it and walk away, and it'll soak up all the flavor and all the juices, and they'll be ready to eat. And along with that, while that is happening, you can make vegetables with every meal. Make sure you have lots of vegetables. And I usually love to do green beans with this. That's my favorite preference, but I do not have green beans today. So another favorite is cauliflower, because cauliflower goes really good with when you have a stroganoff or a cheesy flavor thing. I'm also going to put some lima beans in, because lima beans are just yummy. For those of you who do not like lima beans, your life is sad and you are missing out. Okay, so for my vegetables, I'm just going to add some salt. I usually like to do a little garlic or other fun seasonings, but today I just feel like doing a little salt. You can do whatever seasonings you feel like. And also my choice of oil that I will be using is olive oil. It is not extra virgin. Extra virgin cannot handle to be cooked at higher temperatures. Okay, so I will show you. I added them in. I put 4 in, and I made sure they spread apart. See how they're starting to get nice, and they're getting soft, and they're soaking up all that delicious yumminess. So there you go, and you'll know that they're done by their texture and how soft they are. And then our vegetables here, we just have salt and oil in it because this will have quite a bit of flavor. And be sure to note that it's very important to turn the heat off before you put the noodles in, otherwise they will overcook. All right, everybody, say yay! Pretend you like it. Say, ooh, most delicious thing we've ever had.
Ooh, the worst thing I ever had. The worst thing I ever had. I don't like vegetables. I'm cooking.